gonna be 1, so we just put it here, which is 3. Alright, here 3. Alright, plus s here is 0. Alright, so it's gonna be 3. Now s equal to 3. Now we need to also substitute 4 instead of n. The remainder is gonna be equal to 0, right? So they just escape this one because the condition here is 0, so we just escape this one. Now we'll move to the third one, 5. If we substitute it here, it's gonna be 1, 5 divided by 2. The remainder is gonna be 1, so this is not correct, so there's no continue. We just substitute it here. Our previous one was 3, s is equal 3, and we, like as I explained to you, now we just say s equal to 3 plus 5. It's gonna be equal to 8. Now also we substitute 7 divided by 2. 7 divided by 2 is gonna be equal 1, so we just don't look for the continue because we don't need to escape any. So it's gonna be 7 plus 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7 is equal to 8 plus 7 is gonna be equal to 15. Alright, now 8 substituted to here. 8 divided by 2 is the answer is gonna be, the remainder is gonna be 0, so we just escape this one and print the final result for s, which it is 15. As you see, the same answer, 15. Alright, now we would like to see what would happen if continue doesn't existed. Alright, now I just paste this one here. As you see here, if we didn't put continue, right, we're gonna see if the remainder is equal to 0, then print this status. Alright, so if we input the first one, which it is, for example, 5 divided by 2 is not gonna be equal to 0, then we don't need to write it here in this formula. If we got 4, for example, the remainder is gonna be 0, so we need to substitute it for s is equal to n plus s, so it's gonna be 4. And if we write, for example, 1 divided by 2 is gonna be equal to 1, so nothing would happen. If we write it, for example, 8, so it's gonna be 0, so 4 plus 8 is gonna be 12. For example, the last one is 7 divided by 2, the remainder is gonna be 1, so they will not print this one, so the last answer is supposed to be 12, which it is 12 here. Right, now let's go and solve another problems. Now let's see this question. they also the same thing, they ask the same thing following the values of the input 3 4 5 7 8, right? So there's 8 here. So because there's 5 inputs, we need to use loop from 1 to 5 and increasing. That's mean like 1 2 3 4 5. Alright, because we have 5 variables. First of all, we have to scan it from the users, and we need to check if n divided by 7, if it equal to 1, then just break and stop running this program, right? If it not, just print this one. Alright, first of all, let's see 3 divided by 7, is that equal to 1? Of course no, unless you are stupid at mathematics. So just print this one. Alright, so it's gonna be 3 multiplied by 3, the equal is gonna be 9. This is 9. So now here 4, when we substitute it by here, n divided by 7 is not equal to 1, right? So they will multiply by the same number. 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. Now 5, also 5 multiplied by 5 is gonna be 25. Now here we got 7, right? If we substitute n to 7, right, we're gonna get 1. This condition is it true, then our program will be shut down, unfortunately. And 8, we're just gonna say bye bye. Next time we have to become early before 7 o'clock. Alright. Just want to explain to you here. You see, if we write, for example, 2 is gonna be print 4. If we print 8, it's gonna be nothing, because 8 when we divide it by 7, alright, it's gonna be equal to 1. Yes, it's gonna be equal to 1 because we are taking integer, right? We are taking integer, don't forget that, because it's gonna be 1 point something, alright? 8 divided by 7 is gonna be 1.7 or 1 point something. Then we take the integer of it, just only 1. If we use float, then we just multiply normally. What if it was 9? Also the same result. What if it's 10? Same. What the heck? Same result. So what if it is this number? Of course will not have the same result. Alright, now let's move to the another question. Now here they ask us to rewrite, so the result will be the same everything, but in other way. You can use it for the for statement, you can use it by while, you can use it by do. There's multiple choices, alright? So the easiest one is for. So we here is mentioned that I is equal to 0, and check, alright, or do loop when this one be incorrect. So they start increasing. It's gonna be 1, this is still correct, alright? It's gonna be 2, this is still correct. It's gonna be 3, this is still correct, until it reach, for example, 5. 5 is less than 5, doesn't make sense, it's supposed to be equal, so it's gonna stop at 5, right? So here print here. So the same thing we